Hello viewers. Today we'll be casting some light on the plot summary of Hamlet, a tragic play by William Shakespeare. The play consists on 5 acts, and we'll be addressing each act separately for better understanding. First of all, let me introduce William Shakespeare to you. William Shakespeare was an English poet, playwright and actor. He is considered the greatest writer in the English language and the world's greatest dramatist ever. Most of the time, he is called the national poet of England. He wrote almost 37 plays. Some of his famous plays include Romeo and Juliet, 1597, Julius Caesar, 1599, The Merchant of Venice, 1600, Much Ado About Nothing, 1600, Hamlet, 1603, Othello, 1604, King Lear, 1606, and Macbeth, 1623. Now, without any further delay, let us jump into Act 1's plot summary. Act 1. Late at night, guards of Denmark's Elsinore Castle meet Hamlet's school friend, Horatio, and tell him that they have witnessed a ghost in the castle that resembles the late King of Denmark, Hamlet's father. Meanwhile, coincidentally the ghost reappears. Both the guards and Horatio decided to narrate the event to Hamlet. Hamlet's uncle Claudius marries his mother and pronounces himself the King of Denmark. Hamlet is not happy with his mother's decision and labels her as disloyal. Hamlet continues to suffer from grief and pain from his father's death. Horatio tells Hamlet about the ghost. Now, Hamlet is curious to see the ghost with his own eyes. Polonius, the royal attendant, says farewell to his son Laertes and gives him some fatherly bits of advice as he is departing for France. Ophelia, Laertes' sister, is in love with Hamlet. Laertes warns his sister to keep herself away from Hamlet. Now, Hamlet meets with the ghost that claimed to be his deceased father. He tells Hamlet that Claudius, the current king and Hamlet's uncle, is the man who murdered him. On listening to this, Hamlet swears revenge for his father. Later, Hamlet pretends to be mentally challenged to see whether the ghost's allegations are true or false. Act 2. Hamlet makes a plan and starts behaving strangely, even he rejects Ophelia whom he loves. Claudius and Polonius spy on him to find what's wrong with Hamlet's sudden shift in behavior. They failed to figure out the reason. Guildenstern and Rosencrantz are Hamlet's old friends whom Claudius summons to find out what is happening with Hamlet. Meanwhile, there have come some traveling actors that Hamlet happens to know well. Here Shakespeare inserts, artistically, a play inside the main play. Hamlet writes a play that mimics the murder of his father by his uncle, Claudius. Hamlet and the actors, during rehearsal, decide to present the play before the king and the queen. Act 3. When the play is performed before the king and the queen, Hamlet watches Claudius very carefully to see his reaction. The play haunts him and he starts screaming. Claudius orders to send Hamlet away. Hamlet's mother, Gertrude, calls him. On the way, he sees that Claudius is kneeling and attempting to pray. Hamlet is seeking vengeance, but he spares the life of Claudius for time being as he reasons that it would only send the king's soul to paradise. Polonius is hiding in Gertrude's room to protect her. Hamlet notices Polonius hiding behind the tapestry and kills Polonius. The ghost continues to haunt Hamlet and asks him to take revenge without any delay. Act 4. Claudius sends Hamlet to England as an ambassador. Claudius has prepared letters asking the English king, whom Denmark has recently defeated in war, to kill Hamlet as part of the duties owed by the right of conquest. On the way, Hamlet discovers that Claudius is planning to get him killed once he arrives in England. He returns and sends his friends, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, to be killed. As we have seen, Hamlet rejected Ophelia. She is now desolate at the loss of her father Polonius. She is now mad and drowns. Act 5. Hamlet meets Horatio in the graveyard when he is back in Denmark. Here they talk about life and death. Coincidentally, the funeral procession of Ophelia arrives at the same graveyard. Ophelia's brother is confronted by Hamlet, who has now taken his father's place at the court. Hamlet and Let's fight a duel. Claudius conspires with Let's to kill Hamlet at any cost, be it by the poisoned sword or by the poisoned wine. The plans go wrong when Gertrude drinks from the poisoned cup and dies. Then both Let's and Hamlet are wounded by the poisoned rapier, and Let's dies. Hamlet then kills Claudius and dies himself. Everyone dies at the scene except Horatio, who later on explains the truth to Fortinbras, the new king. This was all for today's lecture. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. But wait.